Mm. Yeah, sorry, I was not talking in his. Yeah, it is hard to focus actually. Like this streaming is keeping me focused. Basically, I'm not thinking about anything else because it feels like people are watching, like literally at this moment. Thank you, man. Uh, Actually, let me see if I can show it. Actually, I can show you my another project. So I'm basically trying to make my own game engine, and eventually I'll make a game with it, of course, because that's what engines are for. Code, I'll probably not release it as an open source, but the software will be free to use actually. So like this is another branch basically of that project, and say like a kind of a 3D scene. Like there is a procedurally generated planet. I was thinking like making a bunch of planets, then exploring it. Like this is not a like ready-made game engine. This is what I have created. All the codes. Like there is like thousands of lines of codes over here. So actually, this is another branch which I have stopped or paused working for now because I'm trying to simplify things, some things a bit more, so that I can get bit more performance for real time, like geometry generation and all. So I was learning actually the compute in Vulkan. So if you are familiar with like your GPU can do calculations much more faster. So besides rendering using the GPU, I also want to do some geometry generation using the compute or some post processing effects. So for that, I have started this project. This is a playground of short. Right now, I'm trying to make it a little bit modular, so all the nodes are easy to like use in the game engine itself. I'm very bad at explaining. I'm sorry. I'll try to be better at explaining. Little bit. Yeah, I also started HTML, CSS. That was the my like first entry to computer in general for me at least. Like I did CSS a lot. I made a portfolio website for me, and before that, my first project in any kind of coding was making a website for a Minecraft server for my friends. Like that website showed all the players who are playing currently actually in the server. Yeah, Minecraft took a lot of time. Like it was a very fun game. That's why I started by making a website for it. C++ I actually started since last year only. And before that I was doing Python. Still I'm not that good in C++. But I understand some basic concepts uh, like how the CPU works actually. So how to write efficient code in loops mainly. Next time I'll put some music also. Like I have yet to figure out the streaming, and this may be boring because I did not expect anyone actually to watch this. But thank you, anyways. Yeah, it will. It is a big project. I like one of the main reasons that I'm not using Unity Unreal is like the level of customizations I want to have. But the main thing is like I just want to do it. Yeah, it's a selfish goal. Like, yeah, I can write shaders in Unity Unreal anyways, and get up to some kind of like very performant. Like, there are games like really, really good games which are made on those platforms and also runs very well. Like, really, really great games. So me making an engine is a kind of selfish. Like, also there are some upsides. Like, if you see over here, like uh, the engine itself is like, what is the size? 1.7 MB of an engine, like, so far. But it will probably even after adding audio and all, it will probably not cross more than 15 MBs. So really lightweight and fast, and only the things that I want will be here. Mm, hello, Leroy. It's a bit crazy, actually. Yeah, I'll put music next time. Thank you, man. I need to change how I access the images. These are all taking references. I have pointers now. Hi. Uh, like uh, every file I have written and created, so I have mental map of which file has what. And also, I'm not working with all of them at the same time. Yeah, cool trap. Hi. Working with many files is you have to uh, make the files that one file only does one kind of thing. That's how only by looking at the names you can see that okay, this file probably does this. Like I can show you some examples over here these systems basically. Only IMGUI stuff is over here. So as soon as I'm opening this, I know that okay, this will only have IMGUI stuff, or let's say window. So window creation and window callback, etc. are all of these in this file. The main file is over here. It is called entry point. So this main function you can see, actually it creates the app using this extern key. So my engine has the main, but the application that is using the engine don't have to create the main. It only has to create an instance of the my engine, and my engine will automatically call this main function whenever the application built with the engine is run. So the user application will be much more simpler. Like actually, the point is, the more files I write, the less the user has to write, basically. For now, I'm also the user of this engine itself. So entry point is this one. It is the engine that I'm creating right now. So I was making another engine. So this is basically same thing, but more feature rich. I'll show you one second. So this is the main engines I have been working since some time now. But at this point, this engine is very general purpose. So like I can see a planet I have created. This is a procedurally generated planet. What I wanted was I wanted to create a like a bunch of planets. Basically, as many as I can. Like obviously depending on the system, and have a way to travel between planets, and set up basically automation, trade routes, and eventually like intergalactic travel routes basically. So while was trying to make this game with my engine, I faced some difficulties that this engine has become way too general purpose, and some of the stuffs I want, I can refactor that in my this engine, like my older engine. But I wanted to keep this as light as possible. Recently, my Windows laptop stopped working. So the current system in Windows I have is only has iGPU. So I also it unfortunately, but fortunately also it become my goal to support the engine in integrated graphics also. I'm making a very lightweight version of the engine, taking parts from the original engine that I've created. And once this engine comes to certain point, I want to have like dynamically generating planets, and maybe you can uh, do harm to the planets, basically explode part of it in runtime. Basically it's automation intergalactic. So that's the idea for now. Yeah, yeah. So it's more like Unity or Unity Unreal itself. Like the game will come after this very soon actually, because I'm most of the graphics work is done in my previous engine only. So I'll just copy and paste stuffs from there as I build. I started building the game, then I realized, okay, like this game does not need as much complexity as it was in my previous engine. So I just did a mini project of sort, which is the derivative of the previous engine. Not improving. This is a subset of the old engine. So the old engine has way more functionality. I don't need all of that in my game. So I want this game to run on iGPU. So like I have to cut away a bunch of stuffs which are actually not needed for this game. So the bare minimum engine that is needed for the like basically automation intergalactic game, that's what I'm building right now as a derivative of the like subset of the previous engine. Mhm. Oh, thank you. Like, I really have hope because Unity, Godot, they also started like that only, especially Godot. It's a big engine now. Let's see. I'll try to make the engine like as easy to use as possible so that it does not feel daunting like Unreal to get into. Like, Unreal is difficult. Okay, something happened to my OBS. Like, it's, I don't know. Yeah, actually, you are like quite on the point. Honestly, the thing with Unreal is it's it has way too much features. Like, okay, it is very good for like large companies because they also have way too many people to go through the way too many features. But here is the thing, like when indie game studios look at the quality of like what can Unreal produce, like the amazing things, the visuals, they look at it and they think that Unreal will be a easy uh, grab basically. So they will install Unreal with their indie small teams of 10, 15, or maybe 50 people, and they think that they can master Unity while also making a AAA quality game. That's why the problem is like whatever you use a engine or not, you write from scratch or not, it does not matter, because what matters is how much effort is put into, how much actual like real effort is put into. I'm not talking about pushing an wall or something like that. So it is possible to make amazing looking game which also runs like at 160 fps with Unreal, but it is very easy to make an amazing looking game which does 30 fps on average PC. Like, who is going to play that game? It looks good, but it plays shit. No one is going to run it if it like every frame feels choppy. So they don't put that much effort into mastering Unreal itself. That's why the games become so much laggy and does not feel good. So if I have to put that much effort to make something look good, why not just write my own engine? I'll not have a third party brand. So yeah, and for me personally, it is more fun. Unreal is really good for making games, but it's not for indie studios. I hope that people can understand it very quickly until the game industry sees like Steam basically sees like 100 games which are unplayable at like normal PCs. I hope that does not happen. Okay, right now I have some basically I have learned recently the compute workflow in Vulkan. So before that, I learned the graphics. So right now I have both, and I'm making a system which will let me generalize from a user point of view both of them basically. So easily I can set up compute graphics compute like that in a chain, so that I can layer multiple effects or renderings one top of another basically. So I'm making that system right now. Thank you. Thank you. See you next time. Hi. Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, nice that you are also getting into game dev. Like your name has C++, so I'm assuming you're doing it in C++. So are you using an engine like Unity, Unreal? Oh, nice, nice. Like so Vulkan, like OpenGL, DirectX, or Metal. Probably not Metal. Which one you are using right now or learning? Mine is in Vulkan. It's rare to see like people actually willing to make their own engine from scratch. Most people are just using Unreal, and Unreal. Like, I don't want to start ranting about Unreal again. No, actually, Heinz, I have another version. I'll show you. Just give me a second. Actually, Vulkan also is supported in like low-end devices, even on Androids and all. So this is the current state of my engine, and basic 3D rendering, forward plus, and PBR lighting with that UI and all. So I just came to like reached the point where I can start making a game in it, and it just happened that my system, like Windows system, like gave up. So I had to switch to a very cheap system, which was like integrated GPU only, iGPU. So my game actually does not need way too many features that this game engine that I previously created has. So I'm stripping down some features from that and making a small subset of that engine. So this specific engine that I'm right now working on is a subset of my engine that I just showed you, and this will have only the things that this particular game that I plan to make needs. So very stripped down version of the original engine, but this will be super optimized because I want it to be able to run on iGPU, of course, on any laptop basically. Mm. Oh, you are in a course about game engine. That's nice. So, game development, you will probably, if your coursework allows, you will probably hand it like OpenGL, because that is in the most of the courses. And OpenGL is like really the sweet spot to get into building game engine from scratch. But you will soon see that OpenGL is pretty outdated. So, whenever you can start learning Vulkan or DirectX 12, like these are the things that are like the hot cake in the industry right now. Like Vulkan has so much support, like even the Nintendo Switch also has Vulkan support. So you are making games in Vulkan, that can be ported to Nintendo Switch also. Obviously, modern computer desktops, everything, all of this have Vulkan. No, actually, I did not learn Java. I have like close to no knowledge about Java. So in programming, like first ever code I written was HTML, CSS, and that was just from pure interest. After that, I learned Python, and in Python I did some 2D game development also. But well, that was more of a hobby project. After that, I switched to C++ directly from there, and since then I'm doing C++ and Vulkan only. So C++, actually, if you want to use modern C++ features, C++ can be daunting, and it is actually pretty easy to mess up in C++ also. Like, but if you're using some recent like riffs and uh, like modern features, then one can argue also that it is easier to do that. I find the C language to be good enough for my everything. So even though I'm compiling in C++, I tend to not use the features of C++, other than maybe classes. Classes I'm using a lot. So mostly C style programming only, except I like classes, so I just am compiling in C++ to have that. And most functions are static functions working on some kind of data, like in C. Actually, I am building the engine since last 2 years now, and in the beginning, Vulkan was very difficult to learn because there are so like less materials of Vulkan. Like I was like making 5 or 6 iterations of my engine while following five or six starter contents. All of those content has the main flaw that it like stops at a point. After that, you don't know what to do. So it took some time, but I'm fluent in Vulkan now. Oh, actually, see, uh, I will continue to make them. I got disconnected due to my job and all. Like, it was a lot of pressure in my day-to-day job. And right now, I recently changed job, and this new job is treating me much better than the previous one. So I'm getting into my content creation again. Like, I always wanted to do that. Thankfully, the current job is the schedule of the current job is allowing me to do that again. Yeah, C is actually all you need to make any performance application. I am doing R&D in a radar company. So R&D mostly in computer science only. Yeah, my actual job is not related to game dev, which is actually good because most job places have this contract that you cannot do competing work while working in that job basically. And game dev is not a competing field for radars, which my job is. So I'm pretty chill in doing content creation also and game dev also. So this actually aligned pretty perfectly. I'm loving my current job also. Vulkan, I'm pretty confident right now. It took some time. Uh, like in game dev, I did not do any job directly related to game dev. So game dev is my personal thing only. My previous job also was research and development. My current job also is in that field only. And for creating a 2D game engine, see, job market for game dev is not good right now. I'll be honest. And you can make a 2D game engine in from scratch, but it's like what you create with that engine that matters more. Because if you can show that you can create like well designed levels or stunning uh like uh 2D levels, basically stunning game, basically you don't even need to make a complete game. You just need to make a slice of a game, which in short tells one level of a game. So you don't need to finish your game also to get a job. But that's the thing, like most people are trying to do from scratch only, which is good. But most of the indie game dev companies are looking for Unreal most of the time. So unless you want to get a like game engine development role, which is once again pretty difficult to get into, it is better that you make a game or slice of a game in Unreal, because indie still has more job than the big industries. Still, the game dev has really less amount of jobs right now. I actually looked into it while I was switching my job. At some point, I also was considering to do game dev as a job. But all that said, since I have no experience working as a game dev in an industry setup, so I cannot say about jobs. Like, but you can ask me anything about programming related to game dev. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That will be best. You you should focus on making the slice of the game. Okay, the slice is more important than the framework that you have developed. Obviously, first you need to get shortlisted. Your CV needs to get shortlisted, and the people who will be shorting your CV, they don't know about much technical stuff. If you go and tell them that you did something in OpenGL, they will probably not even understand, because they are most probably HR people who are shorting your CV. So if you have a portfolio website that actually shows something, then you can get through that level and go into the interview itself. In the interview, then it's your game. Like go big about your engine and all. Go deep, basically. So the game slice is very important, and you should focus on that. Learn one thing, then double down on that only. That how you make strength, which is more important. Oh, thank you. Oh, we have something on the display finally. Like there are some errors, but basically this is a simulation of the galaxy. Let me actually figure out the errors. Also, this is a cool thing. Like, have you ever seen any app which has animations in the title bar itself? Look at this. I don't know how much it is visible in the stream, but basically the title bar is also animated. Just a small thing that I added. Uh, Actually, Visual Studio Code is uh, the compiler that comes with Visual Studio Code is MSVC, Microsoft Visual Studio. That is mostly used in Windows. Like over here, I'm on Mac OS, so I'm using Clang. Uh, Actually, you can also use Visual Studio Code with Visual Studio. So, like you can set it up so that from your Visual Studio Code itself, you can access the MSVC compiler on Windows. It's just a thing that I prefer, purely preference. I could have done all of this in Visual Studio also. There is some errors. Let me see. Oh, a friend of mine I recommended this. Like there are custom icons also, like this vendor folder, resource folder. So these are small icons, some icon pack. Yeah, take your time. Actually, the opposite is true. It will take time. So give it some time and you will get it. Yeah, high performance computing, HPC. Actually, there is a CUDA series I did on Python. So you can do that. So you can actually use Vulkan itself for high computing, but mainly it is CUDA is used. This is industry standard, but it is also limited to NVIDIA GPUs, as you can see NVIDIA developer over here. So this is a option to get into it very quickly, or the better way would be to learn the compute in Vulkan. So for that you can refer this guide. Oh wait, what happened to this? website. Okay, this is so trippy. This website is like dead or what? Okay, anyways, the website is called vkguide.dev. Over here, you can use Vulkan to do the compute pipeline, which will enable you to perform calculations parallelly on the GPU itself. Yeah, definitely. You learn the graphics card basically. The graphics card itself is the uh, tool that enables game dev, also the high performance computing. You can learn Vulkan and you can do the compute pipeline from there. Usually I'm like whatever I'm doing high computation, I'm putting in it to an image. Instead, if you are doing some mathematical or some physics calculations, you will put that output to an buffer and you will read that buffer back from the GPU. That's how you do compute. So intersecting parts, yes. uh, I don't know what happened to that website. But vkguide.dev has a very easy to learn guide on compute. Okay, then it's probably this Safari browser. So if that website is working, like actually I was using it since yesterday only. Oh, over here I have opened it. Like yeah, so this graphics pipeline section over here, if you go to mm, so over here, look at this diagram basically. So descriptor sets over here on the left side. These are the buffers where you will be storing your data initially, and you will allocate this memory from the GPU itself. So these are actually pointers to the memory, and after that you will do that computation, and you will put that output to an image or an buffer itself. So for high performance computing, you will ignore the image part. Will go to the buffer and you will write the data in the buffer, and from there you will read it back in the CPU basically, where you can print it or show it in a file or do anything. The scene node has some issue. Let me see. I actually worked on AMD devices on HPC. That was in my previous job. So in HPC, basically they have something called FPGA, and that is hardware that you can write program for. Usually, hardwares are frozen in place, and you make software. So you don't write code for hardware; you write code as a software. But FPGA devices allows you to do programming in the hardware itself, which really opens up a lot of options to do. And those devices are used for HPC mostly in data centers. AMD devices. Intel also has some FPGA based HPC devices. Oh, our scene is back actually. This is a full screen triangle basically, full screen triangle. Like if you are doing 2D rendering, this may be useful to you. Yeah, this is a nice image. So to draw something full scale, to draw a texture or some image to full scale or full screen, you need two triangles to make the rectangle of that display, right? But for a full screen triangle, you just scale one triangle up and you take a portion of that to render into. This how you can save a bit of computation basically. So this is good for performance stuffs, especially on 2D scenes. Yeah, I'll also go sleep very soon after I figure out this error. Good night. I'll do from now. I did not. So, like, this is my first stream, in fact. You can see that I don't even have music set up, which I'll do when I do tomorrow. Thank you. Yeah, sure. I'm also planning to build a game dev studio eventually in few years. It's a dream right now. It's a dream, but I really want the dream to be reality. Oh, let's go. We don't have any more error. Actually, that's it for tonight. I'm feeling very sleepy, so I'll go now. See you guys tomorrow. Oh, sure. This is a full screen triangle. So nothing much to see over here. Just it. Wait, a week or two. After that, you can see planets generating basically. I'll take a lot of stuff from my other engine and put it into here. That will speed up the development process. I'll just push it. You can. Just keep doing practicing basically and learning game dev. For your 2D game, this is very important concept. Full screen triangle. I will learn it. Yeah. Good night. Oh, wrong place. See ya.